The paranormal post-nuclear apocalypse. Nothing strikes terror in the hearts of humans than the thought of a nuclear holocaust that destroys an entire nation, or the world in a nuclear apocalypse. Whether it be two stubborn nations locked in battle, an accident, or a terror attack, the invention of nuclear bombs has put the entire planet in danger of extinction. However, things might be far better or far worse for yourself depending on what hand you're dealt in the very real world of the supernatural. A post-nuclear apocalyptic world would be full of a variety of new supernatural beings whose latent powers were activated by gamma radiation, X-rays, and even high-level ultraviolet radiation. Although a great many would die in the blast epicenters, which would include the creation of nuclear ghosts, thereby spawning a remarkable increase in hauntings. Even those not at ground zero who died dramatically would probably become conventional ghosts. Many others would eventually die of cancer, while those in far out rural areas would have to face the hardship of living in a post-civilized world. A large-scale global nuclear event would create an unprecedented quantity of humans with psychokinetic powers. Humanity's status of simultaneous higher-dimensional godhood through our souls existing outside time in the heavenly realms is reflected in our latent junk DNA. In some people these genes naturally activate, giving them various paranormal powers, while in most with potential a catalyst is required. Almost always this is some manner of radiation, but it can sometimes be high-level electrical surges, lightning, or a chemical cocktail of some sort. A nuclear holocaust would provide the best large-scale stimulus to activate latent genes, allowing for the maximum activation of a wide array of psychokinetic and magical powers, enhanced superhuman abilities, and even the notorious ferocious Hulks. Some would become superheroes while others would join the forces of darkness as supervillains. Everyone fighting to reclaim the planet and rebuild civilization in their own utopian or dystopian image. Most supernatural beings would not be negatively affected by a nuclear holocaust. In fact, some might become more enhanced by high levels of gamma radiation. Case in point, nuclear werewolves, who would be far more monstrous and powerful than the standard werewolf. Also, if the timing is right, you could get a Hulk-werewolf hybrid. It's also very likely there would be a massive zombie uprisings as practitioners of magic, necromancers, and others look to amass armies amid the plethora of dead corpses scattered across the planet. In addition, samples of the zombie virus along with zombification biowarfare weapons could be released on purpose or by accident. Since Transylvanian vampire royalty are the closest thing to a supernatural government, they would be the first to vie for control of the planet. Especially with demons being on their side. They may even initiate a vampire apocalypse in an attempt to shape the planet in their bloody image. It's unclear if the supernatural secrecy pact would become null and void after a large-scale apocalypse of any sort. So if you manage to survive a post-nuclear apocalypse, it wouldn't just be fighting for radiation-free food, water, and shelter amid wild animal attacks and the rise of human warlords. It would be a far more frightening paranormal world with blatant magical battles between the forces of good and evil. Giant angry Hulk monsters would run rampant while zombies stagger about eyeing you as their next meal. Malevolent, confused, and even some benevolent ghosts will swarm about looking for resolution to their situation. Without the confines of human society, dark beings, such as vampires, will be far more free to openly prey on humans. There's even the possibility of various animal-human hybrid experiments escaping from top-secret government and private corporate labs from around the world. Hopefully such a horrifying paranormal planet will never come into existence. At least not in this particular parallel universe. Of course, if you end up acquiring extraordinary powers, you might consider an apocalypse to be a lucky break for you. Handy pre-apocalypse tip: if you get warning in advance of a nuclear attack, and there's a good chance you will be at ground zero, you can utilize astral projection as a unique escape. If you don't want to suffer afterward, straight out die, or become a ghost who may not have control over their fate, then astral project during the nuclear blast. When you die, the awesome energy of the blast that would normally create a nuclear ghost will instead energize your astral metaphysical energy body, allowing you to become a being known as a traveler. From there you could pretty much travel to any place, time, universe, or dimension as a being made of pure light. Go to mysticinvestigations.com for information on how to astral project.